Let's talk about another benefit of maintaining expanded awareness while speaking, or at least being able to notice a collapse and then zoom out again. So while you're relating, having a conversation, giving a presentation, whatever it might be, it will happen that you'll have an idea for something that you could say. This will come from somewhere. This is that speaking happens by itself thing that, oh, I could say this. And if your awareness is sufficiently hijacked by the idea that you might say something, it will collapse around that idea and you will limit your capacity to do anything else. You'll be hooked by this thing. And I suspect this is a large part of why many people can't help but interrupt in conversation. Something is happening in conversation, they have an idea, and they just simply, they have to say it. Now, when I talk about expanded awareness, I talk about it in a spatial frame. So being aware of the space above and behind you, furthest away sound, all that kind of stuff that we use to move into this broad, open, expanded awareness state. But it also applies to intellectual and conceptual content as well. And they seem to map on quite well to each other as well. I'm not quite sure what the mechanisms are yet, but they seem related. So if I have the idea that I might say a certain thing, make a certain point, my awareness collapses both in space, but also in this other projection of the mental landscape in some sense. I'm no longer available to other ideas. So I'm kind of hooked by an idea. I've been hijacked by a concept at that point, and I can't make other choices. So zooming out at that point, saying, okay, there's that thing. Let's zoom out again and keep waiting. Keep being available to other pathways. Because very often the first thing that comes up might not be the best thing to say. It may be incomplete, it could be wrong, it could be based on limited information based on what's happening. So there's real value in being able to go like, okay, there's one thing, zoom out again. There's another thing, zoom out again. Here's a bunch of stuff I can now pick from. And I can go, okay, that one's cool, let's say that. This all happens very quickly, of course. But the capacity to be able to not get stuck on one particular pathway is a hallmark of Alexander technique and applies so well to speaking. I could say that. I'm not going to yet. I could say that. I'm not going to yet. I might say that. So as I demonstrated in the core course, the fact that I might do something is still available to me, right? I might catch the ball. I might not catch the ball. I might say the thing. I might not say the thing. But I have the choice either way. I'm not suppressing the thing. I'm not pushing it away. I'm not ignoring the thing in the same way as I was demonstrating picking an object. I'm available to all the things, and I get to choose which way I go. And in your own experience, this also relates back to your own interruption desire if you have it. So if you are someone who experiences, I just have to say the thing, that itself is a collapse of awareness. It's an indication to you of a collapse of awareness around something. So again, while talking, in any context, notice how you get hooked on all these different things you might be able to say. Notice how the first one of them, in particular, often tends to be particularly thorny. The first idea that comes to mind. And apply the same inhibition zooming out process that we discussed in the core course. Apply to it a sense of not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, in the context of being in a bigger space, available to other things showing up in it. Whether those things are more information from the person you're talking to, whether they're more content from your own mind, whether it's something else that's worth paying attention to. Remain available to all of these things, and then you can make a conscious choice as to which way you want to go.